This is your daily market recap for Thursday, February 23rd, 2023. Let's go.
Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well.
This is Dan Max, DXP Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your daily market review for February 23rd, 2023. It is Thursday, a glorious day, doing a lot of in and out trading, managing positions. Hope people are doing well, printing money. That's the goal here, ultimately, is to manage your positions, swing trade if you may or can and should. It's easier. And just try to do the right things. I always tell people, at the end of the day, did you do the best you could with the information you had? And hopefully if you were trading today and you had longs, you closed them out at the open, and then you look to short on the pops. And I know the market may have rallied here into the close a little bit, but again, leave some capital. We talked about this in the Discord room. Leave some capital just in case the market pops on the PCE report or maybe even early next week. I do think the trend is over. Again, we'll show the levels. We'll show why. It's ultimately, I think, going to be heading lower. But either way, you have to manage your risk and you have to define it, because being wrong happens. The folks who always assume they're going to be right are the ones that find out at one point just being wrong once could really be detrimental to their trading career. If you're newer to the following, check out the Discord room. A link will be in the description below. Let me know how I can help you. Please follow us on Twitter. Always drop in knowledge and thoughts on what's going on, and just trying to keep people up to date. Even if you aren't in the Discord room, this is a great place to follow. Again, if you are a subscriber, congratulations on YouTube. Again, like, follow, please subscribe, do live chats here and there. But man, if you are involved and you're following, please watch the Back to Basics videos. As my friend Eric said pretty well today, watch one or two of these a day if you can. They're not super long. Take notes, have a journal, and try to apply this to what's going on now. And usually there's videos relating to anything that's going on. And so, like first three trading days of the month, what is that like? What does it mean? Why pay attention to it? All these little things to help you become a better trader. If you're struggling, again, education is the key. Experience without understanding why and learning from it just means you're doomed to repeat it again. Anyway, let's get into it. Well, again, we'll talk about all the levels, what we think is going to happen, and how to prepare for this. Bitcoin, talked about last couple days. If I own this, I would probably be taking some profits off. It's a nice run. Could this be a bull trap leading to a head and shoulders top? I don't know. Either way, just like gold and everything related to with the dollar going higher, in my opinion, I think you need to be careful and you have to trade around. Now, again, I don't know if the downside is huge, but if you trade around your positions, like we recommend in bull markets, and especially in bear markets, which I consider to be traders markets, sorry for the congestion, I would look at this and go, all right, if you bought this and you held on at 16,000 and you took profits, kind of reminds me of gold, and it just ended up making a new higher high before it failed, and you'll see gold here shortly. If you took some profit here, great. You took more here, even better. There's always dips. That's the one thing I don't think people can ever wrap their head around, is like they just feel like they have to hold on forever. And then you go look, and you go look, and you go look, and you go along the way from the bottom to the top, there were pullbacks. Now, again, these straight line moves I don't think are going to be coming unless something dramatically happens. But either way, having some exposure and trading around it is better than being stuck on when things dump. Oil, I've said this many times. I think it's choppy, sloppy. Show me the 60 handle, I'll probably get interested. If it breaks out, feds are screwed. I mean, it's a tough trade. It looks like it's bouncing on the floor. I think if it's a ball dropped, it's just like ding, 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 ding. If it holds, probably can go higher. If not, either way, I just think there's easier trades out there, and we'll talk about as we talk about the levels. Natural gas. I want to stab my eyes looking at this every day, trying to guess, because I think people, again, you just know this for a fact. Everybody calling a bottom is not how a bottom's called. Just like when everyone's calling a top, that's how a top is formed. That's not how, right? You need exuberance at the extremes. Bearish at the lows, bullish at the highs, right? Like, that's what you're looking for. So if you haven't seen this and you look at this chart and you pause for a second, you look at it, you go, all right, well, I think it's very easy to see it probably chops out. Sentiment's too bullish. I mean, we saw this in gold, remember? I mean, again, it sounds like gold. Again, people know me, like, gold is where I cut my teeth in. So let's just start jamming through what we typically, the dollar, things that you'll see. Well, I think the market is ultimately going lower. Dollar seems to be cranking. Now, again, little indecision here. And look at that. I mean, high volume highs, high volume lows, love to retest. And extreme, like big candles, they love to get tested a lot. I think we're going higher in time. We've talked about this being a bottom. Again, watch the previous videos. Again, I don't want to reiterate things that just beat a dead horse. TLT, talked about there's a huge short position in the bond market. However, interest rates seem to be having to go higher. We talked about this like lower high 200-day fail. Not surprised, chopping a little bit. Personally, I don't have any bond positions. I would look for volatility in the bond market. The VIX, you're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. Said, watch this formation. Dink, fills the gap, closes near the lows. Perfect. Now, a lot of people are trying to compare it to one of these little actions, and pullback. Keep in mind, this thing has been basing for a long time. And the longer it bases, the bigger the up move can be very quickly. Just keep that in mind. Now, are we in the scenarios where it could basically only get up to 23? I don't think so. I think the Fed volatility, what's going on in the world, it's going to bring in some more volatility. But maybe all it is 23, 24. Well, if it does, then it means the market will just chop around. I think we're about to wake up the beast with the dollar, the bond action, and just the levels. Watch this now. Here we go. SPY. You're welcome. Now, I thought we'd hit 404, 403, maybe 405. Again, it's hard to know. Still, left some cash just in case we do get there tomorrow. But here's the thing about levels. And anyone who's following, go watch the videos. I think it was from this right here. Or I can't remember. Or this. One of these dates back in April. Or we wanted to add more shorts. And it just never came. And sometimes that's what happens. So that's where trading around your positions. Now, we talked about closing shorts yesterday on the 50-day. And if you close some this morning on the 50-day, congrats. That's awesome. You want to trade around it? I'm personally looking to get more short. Now, a lot of people say, well, hold on, you haven't really bounced that much. But if you do remember the trades that we did take for the up, it was involved in the semiconductor industry and tech. And tech had a nice rally today. Look at the Qs. It actually hit the target zone. Look at it. I was trying to get people to pay attention. Like, we actually hit the target zone on the Qs. Today's candle, need more information. Could you get to the 20-day? Always. But it hit the important levels. So, again, when do we collapse, fail, whatever people want to, whatever words they want to use to describe what's coming next? We don't know. Could it be the PC tomorrow? I mean, you got personal income spending, new home sales, University of Michigan. But you also have end of the month. Maybe there's profit taking. I mean, keep in mind, where did the market start in February 1st? Just double check. I think it's, right here. Right in this area. Yeah, here you go. No surprise. For the month, we're literally flat. That's where if you go look at the monthly candles, I was saying, I won't get into it too deep. It could turn into an ugly close. That's all I'm going to say. IWM hit our upside targets, actually. Right? I thought maybe 190s. Well, look what you got to. 190.40. Another doji, long doji. Dia. Sorry for the congestion. It's super cold here. Indecision candle. Holding the range lows. Could it go a little higher? Always has to be in the back of your mind. Hence why we talked about do not be all or nothing traders. If you shorted today and you did the best you could, I said I have 15% cash. And if it goes and dumps, great. If it pops, I will deploy said capital as needed. Gold, this one's been tough. I mean, I said I'd probably take off. Again, I mean, here we go. Took most of my gold, all of my gold shorts. Sorry, I'm thinking of dust. In anticipation of what? I don't know. Geopolitical risk, that makes it hard. But miners, I'm not too worried about. Silver, on the other hand, really confirming. Nothing moving. But GDX, here we go. I mean, dust got up almost to 16 today. We talked about if you could take profits of 14, 15 on dust, and look at this thing. It's just murder. And I tried to explain to people when the miners go, they're going. So at this point, now what? Razor stops. I still anticipate this getting back down to the maybe 20. I mean, obviously, you probably will hold somewhere around 26, but then down to the 22s. And where does that take the duster? The nut duster? Sorry, just kidding. It's probably going to take it somewhere in this 18, maybe even 20 range. Not a bad trade if you bought it with us in 10 or 11. GDXJ looking pretty crappy. We talk about it leads down. when it peaked early, done. Oh, I forgot to relay gold to like Bitcoin, what it looked like. Sorry. Gold did this kind of action. It had the chop, made one more last run, then boom, and you had like this choppy toppiness, like it looks like Bitcoin's going through. I just concerned that there could always be the gap and go if I was watching Bitcoin. Just keep that in mind. AG, I think they had earnings this morning. Doesn't matter. This thing just looks like crap. Again, all these things are confirming. Miners heading south. AEM has a big gap down on earnings. Still can't catch a break. Newmont had earnings today. If I remember right, correct. Yeah, nothing. I mean, no interest. I mean, just nothing. Yet people are trying to call bottoms, tops. PAAS. No, nothing. They had earnings yesterday. Nothing. All right, tech. This is where the fun begins. What did we say yesterday? Now, again, watch the recaps if you're like, well, what are you talking about? I said watch the 80 area. Nice little pop to 82. Again, you never know exact highs and lows. I always tell people that. Like, it's really hard to say, oh, it's going to hit exactly this price. You will rarely catch the exact price for a top and bottom. Just keep that in mind. Because you usually have traps and wicks, or it can short arm. Look at this action. 20-day closes below it. Looking good. Taiwan semi pops up into the 90s, right? We talked about it. Low 90s. Dank. Dogecoin. Congrats if you shorted that. Nvidia. Remember, we talked about said this morning, watch what happens when the fibs connect to major swing points, right? Hey, cat. Right? Like, it's getting hot in here. It's getting a little interesting. Right? So, took some layers into shorting. Did some shares. Did a few puts at the, later in the day. Congratulations. Now, a lot of people might think this looks bullish, but I've tried to coin the term and try to explain it. The straight line move precedes the top and the bottom. When you get the novice gap at the lows and the highs, right? You're typically leading to the flip. I'm trying to think if there's that was just a little baby one, but you see it better maybe on other trades, at other bottoms. I'm not a long-term NVIDIA heavy trader, but I do notice it does love to pick tops with novice gaps. Now, I know it's earnings. Look at the liquidity. Does that really look that bullish? It moves up a lot, but the market maker, somebody was unloading here, because if it was really bullish, it would be continuing higher. Now, you can argue that's indecision or not. I don't really care. I'm calling this the chop top novice gap. And you see it sometimes at the bottom. Chop top novice gap bottoms. This is a straight line vertical move. Now you chop. You reel in. Oh, hey, cat. You reel in bulls, the give up. You get the bears all in. Again, we had no trade on before today. Boom. Pops. Now I'm starting to layer in. I mean, could the 3-day rule be in effect? Yeah, absolutely. But again, if you're shorting and your cost basis is 236, 237, you're going to have to, you might have to give it room. SMH, speaking of hitting our targets, right? What do we say? 240 to 243. Here you go. Doink. Close enough for government work. Could it get there tomorrow? Maybe. Soxus. Love it. Anything down near 21. Maybe it even gets to 20. Gift from the gods, in my opinion. Again, gift from the gods. Adobes. Hey, look at tech, how strong it is. Bah. Bah. Hey, look how strong tech is. Apple. Bah. Now, again, hits the 200-day. Added a little bit today at 150. Would like, and again, this is, I'll pick and choose my names. I'd love to see this one get back up to 151s. That would be my bigger ad. Had a baby ad. Amazon. Oh, you're getting too close to the mic, darling. Look at that. It's the 50-day bounces. I mean, this thing looks like dead. It's dead. Dead money. You know what dead money is? Okay. CRM. Chop, and we talked about all of a sudden they're getting institutional support, and Chop, and it's like, hey, maybe it is okay. Bah. Guggenheim. It's so funny. Everybody is talking about buying it. Remember how we talked about when everyone's bullish, you're probably not at the bottom. Think natural gas. Here's an example. Everybody last week, Google, oversold, Bing, crap, whatever. What has it done? The bleeding slow death. Bleeding slow death. Let's just get to the trend line. I get it. I'm just drawing that. Maybe it is, but doesn't matter. Meta, add a little short on this one. Would love to see a little higher. Just, again, I was watching the Qs. Was like, which ones? And Netflix was down all day, so I couldn't add to that. But Here goes another indecisive candle holding the 20-day. When the 170s break, we'll be good. Microsoft said 257 plus. Didn't get there. Didn't do anything. However, keep that on your radar. NDAQ. Hey, look at that flat action. No. Zone. New. Oh, sorry. MicroStrategy. Man, it's got nothing. I mean, all these things. Netflix. Hey, it should be up today, right? Meh. Fills the gap. Bounces. Again, I think they cut their prices in certain markets. Cool. Cool story. Cool. Right? Mm-hmm. Again, I would watch now. It's almost like, do you really think you can get back to the 348? Nah, it's probably going to be 330s. Take that note of that. Because now I thought, I would love to see Netflix, obviously, at 340. But it might just be 335, playa. That might be all you got. So, let's just move in. I mean, just week is week. Roblox. Chopping. And again, I mean, people who short it, congrats. I don't have the cojones to do it because I think it's a buyout target. I've said this every video. Doesn't confirm it. Tesla, was it up 8 points today? Another doji. Now, again, if you see 208, 209, you call me. If you've been bullish, you probably need to be unloading. That's all I can say with that. Materials names. Again, I just don't really feel like they're that great as short. X chopping, but it's clear. It's clear as mud. No, it's clear. If it breaks 27, mid 27s, goodbye. New core. Again, I think there's way better trades than shorting this, but hey, new low and rallies back. That's kind of a little frustrating if I was bearish. However, again, I don't know. Just moving in other names. Caterpillar. Now, this is easier if you're in the material name. Watch. Talked about it. Really couldn't add any shorts today, but like, it looks good to me. Looks good, Johnson. Feeling good, right? Vale, gone nowhere. Again, things that should be up, not just chopping. Looks like crap. Arrow. Copper starting to look like a little lower high. Man, look at that wick. Ooh. Yikes. Yikes. CCJ. Sorry, bulls. I told y'all 28, 29. Be careful. Makes a look above and fail. A look above and fail probably ends much lower. That's all I can really say. I was trying to think of something witty. I'm like, ain't nothing to say. CF. I like these names, and I think people do too. It makes sense down here, but if the market, again, the market peels, everyone's going to be crying, right? The onion cries. Mosaic had earnings, right? Nice pop, but you can't really like that flop. I mean, the close, you want it to close above 51.50 kind of area, right? Close exactly at 51.50. Yeah, exactly. NTR, not really confirming it either. Alcoa. I've seen Alcoa getting a ton of upgrades lately. This doesn't look bullish. Everybody loves it, and it just seems to be flopping. Man, show me that 38 handle or something. That would be cool. Financials, right? They were up huge today. Just chilling at the 50-day. If you added the short, now again, I know it did not get exactly to 36, but damn, if that's not close enough to add a little layer, which you should have. Look at that close. It doesn't look bullish. JP Morgan, yeah, between the 50 and the 20-day, meh, nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Morgan Stanley, under the 20-day, meh. Goat Boy, or what is it? Was it Goat Boy, right? Adam Sandler, meh. Yeah, here you go. Another Doge in between, 20 and 50. Goldman Sachs, meh. Doesn't really look that good. XBI should be up $3 today, right? Meh. No, makes a new low. Kind of chopping around. Again, all these names just look very suspect to me. Now, again, if they rally tomorrow, you know what to do. Tan, solar. Added some First Solar today. Just chopping here. Meh. Doesn't really look that good. ENPH. I'm amazed people are trying to call a bottom here, and this thing is just not going to bottom, in my opinion. This thing is done, in my opinion. Now, again, when I say done, like, stick a fork in it, it's not, it's done. The rally is not coming. The big move is over. At worst, it needs to pull back to the longer-term trend line, but nobody sees except your boy, Sedge. Again, all the solar's following through. Yeah, hits up. Someone got 340s. I can't remember who it was, but hell yeah. High five to you, my friend. And now what? Look at that. It's just hanging out here. That doesn't really look that bad to me, right? Right? It just looks like it's stalling. For solar. If you added today, congratulations. No, I don't know why I'm talking all these silly voices. Congrats. I mean, we talked about it. If it gets up towards like 168, what was the high today? I can't remember when we got in short on this thing. It was in the 167s. Did it get 168? The high of the day was 167.98. Again, didn't get full position because it didn't really get up in there, but took a little taste of that for solar juice. Zzz, feeling electric, right? Meh. I guess that's where I'm spunky today. USO? No, it's been a good day. Did a continuing education. Kind of didn't do much other than in the morning and a little NVIDIA action in the afternoon. Well, NVIDIA in the morning and the afternoon. Be clarify. Oil? Yeah, snoozer. Again, I mean, it could pop, could drop. I don't really have a lot of faith. UNG, oh, it's up $1. Oh, it's up $1. Get over the 20-day to even feel like it. But again, I say it over and over. If everyone's bullish at the lows, you got problems. Remember, that's how we called the gold bottom. How I've called gold bottoms a million times. Is everyone hates them. And then they retest and they chop. And then people are like, despise gold. And they're like, gold's broken. Then you buy it. Let's wait for people to say natural gas is broken. Maybe they already are, and I'm not paying enough attention. Whatever. XOP, not surprised. Trend line, little gap here. Ooh. I mean, keep an eye on this. Now, I'm not bullish on oil and gas because if the market gets dumped, but I mean, that's the best looking bullish. I mean, if anything out there, that's the best looking bullish stuff is oil and gas. I mean, based on that candle. ExxonMobil, would it hit the 50-day, was it, right? No, 100-day. Okay, that doesn't really make me excited, a doji. But, you know what? I do have a heartbeat, a pulse. Man, that's just ugly. Oxy doesn't really look that good. PX Dizzle. Big Dizzle. Oh, man, there's some Viper guy on Stock Twits who's just going crazy. He thinks I'm the devil. I'm sorry, bud. It's not looking good, but you better hold. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. And last but not least, FLNG, Flex LNG, just chopping like this in time when we start exporting natural gas. Again, hopefully you have had a great day. As I've said a bazillion times, be thoughtful, right? Be thoughtful. Do not be all or nothing traders, right? Know in your mind, am I trading well? Am I sticking to my plan? Are prices that I'm looking to short, long, whatever it is you're doing, hitting and then acting because it's based on evidence, repeating patterns, support, resistance, whatever your trade parameters are? And are you doing the best you can with the information you have? You know, like some people who, again, I guarantee some people didn't short the open and then they shorted near the lows. Or somebody, again, I can't remember who did. I feel bad. They bought SMH puts yesterday at the lows. Those would go wiped out. The Friday 230s for $3 worth zero. That's the kind of thing. I mean, you don't chase. You let trades come to you. And once you learn, think of it as baseball. You can't swing at every damn pitch and hit a home run. And the market maker is freaking Nolan Ryan, right? Sandy Koufax, Cy Young, whoever your favorite pitcher is, right? The guy's throwing heat. He's also throwing curveballs, changeups, all your dirty pitches, cutters. And if you're swinging at all this crap all the time, you're not waiting for the count to be in your favor and wait for a fastball that you can hit and drive out of the park or even hit a single with, telling you are going to blow up and you're going to make mistakes and you're going to be out of position. And guess what? Sometimes we swing at a fastball and guess what? We ground out. That's part of the game. We hit a fly ball. You can't win them all. I'm telling you right now, the people who swing too much for the fences, again, they're never going to get paid the big contract. They're never going to survive in the big league. That's literally what it is. So, hope this helps. Appreciate the love, support. Again, the donations. I'm always so thankful. And again, I've gotten some really nice ones. And again, whether it's $5, $5,000, $50,000, whatever. Again, I don't want to disclose what people do, but thank you. I mean, thank you very much. I hope this education really is hitting home with you. Because I guarantee you can read some of these books. Every book that I've ever read, again, I've read them all. I'm giving you how to implement this from the swing trading perspective. Now, again, if you want to be an aggressive day trader, go right ahead. Unsubscribe, unfollow. Sorry, I can't help you there again because I do know how to day trade, but I know my probabilities of winning are lower because I can't swing at every pitch and expect to win. So I hope this helps. Have a great night. Again, PCE, core spending, personal income, personal spending, new home sales, University of Michigan in the morning. If you pop, look for the shorts. And again, define your risk. Don't get yourself blown out. Don't buy daily puts, next week puts. If you're looking at put action, buy at least March 17th, maybe even April to be safe. Buy in the money. Do what it does. Do what you need to preserve capital. And if you're shorting with stock, leveraged ETFs, again, know what you're willing to lose and don't violate it. Everybody's different. I can't tell you what that answer is, but I can try to help. Talk to you later.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.